Donald Trump recently put his 1997 Lamborghini Diablo up for sale for the bargain price of $300,000. In other news, Rand Paul will also be selling some of his old clothes that don't fit like they used to. Legendary actress Helen Mirren has announced that she'll no longer be appearing naked in films, saying, "At age 70, that chapter of my life is over." In what he calls an unrelated incident, Connor Thompson gave all of his Fandango gift cards to charity. The dating app Tinder is suing the AIDS Healthcare Foundation for posting billboards claiming that the use of the service could lead to chlamydia. The billboards failed to warn users about 18-year-old Sarah, who recently found me on Facebook and proceeded to like my last 50 posts. Republicans in Congress have begun a push to defund Planned Parenthood, the nonprofit organization for contraceptive care. This, of course, means an end to the sex life of UT senior Dylan, who can't stand the shame of asking the lady at Kroger to unlock the condom case. Rapper Nicki Minaj is set to produce and star in a racy new TV series based on her life and career. Due to Helen Mirren's recent announcement, however, the part of Nicki's saucy best friend who plays by her own rules is up for grabs. Comedian Nicole Arbour was criticized in the media after she released a video that denies the existence of fat shaming and compared obesity as a disease to being a shopaholic, which makes a lot of sense because Arbour was obviously too busy shopping for shoes to try walking in anyone else's, even if they are Crocs. Al-Qaeda leader Ayman al-Zawahiri has released audio messages in which he calls ISIS inferior, or as my grandmother from Fairview, Tennessee calls it, the pot calling the kettle an inferior terrorist. In a classic move, al-Zawahiri offered an olive branch of peace to ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi so that they can come together, discuss their differences, paint toenails, bomb America, and watch Orange is the New Black on Netflix. Tennis fan Jesus Aparicio woke up from an 11-year coma and was thrilled to find out that his favorite player, Roger Federer, was in the final of the US Open. What does it feel like being in a coma for 11 years? Try watching a tennis match. On Sunday, Russian President Vladimir Putin made an extremely rare appearance on 60 Minutes, discussing US relations and the Ukraine, before my roommate declared, "That's a funny last name," and switched it to Sunday Night Football. In light of a Republican push to defund Planned Parenthood, Series of Unfortunate Events author Lemony Snicket donated $1 million to the nonprofit, saying, "Did nobody else think those books were overpopulated?" Paul Walker's daughter filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Porsche, claiming that the Porsche Carrera GT that Walker was driving during his fatal accident had many design flaws. For those of you counting at home, that's a $440,000 car. Now, as sad as his death is, complaining about your Porsche is a lot like adding The Rock to your cast after 4 semi-successful movies. Nobody really cares. Catherine Gregg, an ex-girlfriend of mobster Whitey Bulger, was indicted again on Monday for refusing to give information about her former lover. Chris Brown, for one, cannot believe this story. The two had been living together in California as Charlie and Carol Gasco. Neighbors described them as polite and quiet. We actually have some footage of them right here.
Mom, you need to come right now.
Facebook, the world's greatest online high school yearbook, has decided to finally listen to our parents and plans to add a dislike button to the site. Crash test dummy with hair and CEO Mark Zuckerberg explained that not every moment is a good moment, which is true, just like every moment I spend on Facebook. Twitter considered following suit, but they didn't know what the opposite of retweet was. Untweet? Pope Francis visited the U.S. last week and was welcomed by President Obama and his family. It was Francis's first ever visit to America, and in an effort to separate church and state, jerseys were made. This has been the Fortnightly News.